Okay, so a lot of this stuff you probably already saw in the orientation video, but the way that it works in our gym, everything is circuit graded. Most gyms will have a V grade to each boulder, like a V0, V1, V2, so on and so forth. But ours is circuit based. It's a range. So we have on our easiest level, which is yellow tag, it'll be a V0 to a V2, and we do it that way because based on people's skill levels or their height or strength, athletic basis or whatever it is, and styles. Like a V2 for you could feel like a V1 to me, and it's not that well defined. So the circuit grading helps make those boulders more approachable to a wider range of people. Um, if you see two of the tags, starting tags on one hold, that means both hands have to start here. Right? So when both hands start there, you want to have both your feet come off the ground before you make the next move. So a move like this, for example, wouldn't be legal. It would be where both feet have to be off the ground. Okay. You establish the start, and then you can move. Okay?
Okay, so when it's 2 feet, both hands?
Yep. And then both feet need to be off the ground, established on the start, and then you can move from there. Both feet don't have to be touching something. Okay. It just needs to be off the ground, and then you can move. Right? So that's called establishing the start. Right? And then your goal is to get to the single arrow with both hands with control. And when the yellow tag is on a red hold, that means you're only going to use red holds. You can't touch any other color. All right? The gray ones with the arrows, yes.
Okay.
So the gray ones with the arrows, those are for climbing down only. Those are not for climbing up. These are called volumes. This you can use on any climb with any part of your body. It's like it's the wall, right? So this is not like a hold, okay? Mm-hmm. So when you climb, something that you need to get comfortable with is falling, right? So the climbing aspect of it is not the part of it that's going to cause any kind of injury. Right. Usually it's the falling part that's going to cause injury for the most part. When you fall, just try to first climb down as far as you're comfortable falling from, if you can. But if you can't, then when you fall, try to tuck everything in. Right? You want to land either athletically on the ground. Mm-hmm. Try not to lean forward too much, because if you do and you land hard, you're going to catch a knee to a chin or something like that. So try to just stay level and land athletically. If you can't do that, land and roll onto your back to break some of that energy, to spread out that energy, and tuck everything in. All right? You want to tuck your chin in, tuck your hands in. You don't want to try to catch your fall with your arms. That's how you get elbow, shoulder, wrist injuries. And like if you try to land with your feet in a funny way, you could end up hurting a ankle or a knee or something like that. So just be aware that falling is going to be something that you're going to have to work on. Okay. All right?
It's a part of the process.
Yeah. And in terms of climbing, right, you want to try to use your feet as much as possible. And with beginning climbers, I like to explain it to them this way. If I told you to stand on your feet for 2 hours, you would have no problem doing that. Most people don't have any problem standing on their feet for that long. But if I told you to hang from a bar for 2 minutes, you would struggle just like most of us would. Right. 2 minutes is a hard hang. So with that in mind, it's like there's a huge difference between the parts of your body that are efficiently designed to carry your weight. And it's not your hands and your arms, it's your feet and your legs that are much more efficient at it. So you really want to try to utilize that. You want to try to take as much weight off your hands as possible, transfer it to your feet, all right? And the way that you're going to do that is by making sure that your hip is over your foot. The further your hip is off the wall, the more weight is transferred to your hands, right? The closer your hips are to being over your feet, it transfers the weight there, right? So it allows for that move to be less weight, right? The closer your hip is to being over the foot, and because your feet are on the wall, you're going to want your hip basically in the wall, right? Okay.
Okay. So, but your goal is to touch the top one
with both hands.
with both hands.
Right. So you don't have to hold on to it.
to it.
If you're holding it and you touch it, as long as there's control, you know that that's a good finish. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. So hands. Okay.
You can do it without the gray one.
Oh,
Then-
okay.
Then we'll get it. All right?
Okay,
But we'll
okay.
move on to another climb. And,
Okay.
you can do the same thing, but try not to
Try
use
not
the
to
down
use the
climb
down.
jugs.
Okay.
Right, so you have to. Sometimes it's about game planning a little bit beforehand.
Okay.
Right? Like mentally taking notes of like where you got to go. So, you're going up on the left side, but eventually you probably want to get to your right so
Okay.
that you can have your feet directly underneath your hands. It'll feel much more secure that way rather than being here
Like
and then trying to
angle.
reach over. Right. So we'll try this one.
All right.
So again, a little bit of game planning here. You're going to finish a little bit higher on this
Okay.
one. Right, so we're going to do the pink with the yellow tag.
Okay.
All right, so why don't you give that a try?
So this would be hands.
Yep. How did that feel?
That felt good.
All right. So we're going to try some harder stuff soon.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to move up to a orange tag climb because it looks like that's pretty easy.
I don't know.
I'm going to get my chalk bag.
Okay.
And,
Sounds good.
slopers and pinches. So
So pinches is the hardest.
not necessarily.
Okay.
So it's all different. Depends on, like, you could have a really, really hard crimp. Like it could be like a really small ledge. And I'll give you, if we could find a really tough climb in here, for example, like, so this red one,
Okay.
red tag on this, right? Like this is a sloper. Like holding something like this is very challenging.
Yeah.
This is a crimp. So if you feel that, like versus what you were holding before, the direction of it makes it awkward and things like that. So there's a lot of things in here that are going to be a little more difficult to hold on to and figure out. And a lot of it is going to require you to figure out your body positioning in order to stay on the wall.
Okay.
Because I'm going to design some of these climbs to try and spit you off the wall.
Okay.
So the next one, let me know when you're ready to go, and we'll try.
I'm ready.
Like, say, okay, we'll try this
Okay.
blue orange tag climb.
So
So you're going to start your two hands there.
on this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Nope. One on one and one on the other. So
Oh,
it's either
so
there
it's because
or
it's
here.
split.
Right.
Okay.
So you're going to start here and here, or here and here.
On here and there. Okay. All right. And then I'm going all the way to that?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Okay, wait. Yeah, I feel it. It's a different.
Good.
Ooh. I don't know if I got this.
You got it.
I don't think so.
No, not the gray one.
Not the gray one. Oh, wow. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm losing my balance a little. Wait.
Okay, if you don't feel comfortable, you can come on down and we'll reset.
Okay. Okay.
All right, but good effort. See, it gets a little more difficult.
Yeah.
So a lot of times what ends up happening is like you feel like your hips are in the wall, right? And because of that, you feel like your weight is on your feet. But if you want to put all your weight here on the right foot, you have to have your hip directly over that foot.
Okay.
The more weight you have here, the better this is going to feel, and you're able to move the other foot, right? So if we're on the ground here, right, and I want to lift the left foot to move it, I can't do it if my hips are directly in the middle. I have to shift where my hip is directly over the right foot, then I could move the left foot, right? But if you're here directly in the middle, try to move your left foot. It just falls right back down, right? Because you have too much weight there. Right? So when you're climbing, the physics is exactly the same. Right? So if you want to be able to move your left foot, you have to have all of it on your right foot. Right? And the way that you're going to do that is by getting all your hip directly over that right foot. Right? So
you were trying to move the right, and then
directly over, right? I want to be up on top of that foot, and now that foot's going to feel much better.
Okay. Oh, you're climbing on the wall itself.
Well, I mean, you could use any part of it, right?
Okay.
So, like, I want to make sure that when I move, right, I want to have my weight over the foot.
Okay.
So that now I'm just sort of sitting here, you know, it's not hard on my hands. I'm not using my hands a lot to make that move.
Whew.
I think you got this.
I don't know.
There's really two ways, right, to get your hip directly over. It's going to be open your hips or pivot your hips, right? This is the pivot, right? I'm pivoting around so that now I'm like sitting on this foot, the left foot, right? The only thing that the right foot is doing is preventing me from opening up. The other one is to open my hips, right? I'm going to open my hips up and get weight on this foot, right? On this foot. You know what I mean? So it's about body positioning at that point.
Let me see. So I might be overthinking. Okay, so we start here. No. So I'm supposed to be more on this side of
It's all what feels comfortable for you. It's about like feeling how to get your body in the right position that feels comfortable for you to make the next move.
Oof. I don't know.
It's all right. Try to get the right hand up and shift your weight to your right foot. Good. Now move that right foot up and do it again. Shift to your right and then put your left up. Good. Now match hands there.
Okay.
You got it. There you go. Really nice.
Okay.
That was great. You could use the arrow ones.
These ones? Okay.
You could use that one or the one on your left. Either way.
Ooh. Oh. Okay. Now. I don't know how to get down.
So what it is you want to move your hands lower.
Okay.
And then move your left foot lower after you move your hands lower.
Okay. So. Oh. I think I'm stuck. I'm losing my balance.
It's okay. You want to just, good. You could kick off the wall and sort of jump if you want.
Okay.
From there, you should be fine to jump down.
Okay.
Jump on down. You got this. It's not that high. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
In my head, I'm like, that's high up, but
But you know, everyone feels like it's really high.
Yeah.
But if I actually walked up to you, like I would have like been able to touch your knee.
okay.
You know what I mean?
So I'm
Like
not really that high.
your foot is like this, like, it's like not